It's Carrie, back with another video today. So today I thought I would bring you more of a basic flow yoga class that you can do at home. So you'll want your yoga mat laid out on your floor. If you have a blanket that you'd like to use, you can grab your blanket and maybe sit up onto your blanket. So this will be an all levels class. I'll try to show some modifications as we move through the class. I'll try to keep the pace fairly slow. Of course, always move at your own pace, follow your own breath, and just work with where you are. So find a seated position, any comfortable seat, maybe with legs crossed, sitting up on your blanket. You could also place one foot in front of the other, or just extend the legs out if that feels more comfortable. And then make your spine nice and long, extend through the crown of the head, and just relax the hands down on the lap or wherever they feel most comfortable. And then maybe you start to close the eyes or soften the gaze towards the floor. And just start to connect with the sensation of your breath. With your inhale breath, feel your spine lengthen. And with your exhale, feel the shoulders soften, ground down into the mat. And just continue riding the waves of breath, allowing your breath to draw you inward, noticing your body. Gradually start to lengthen the breath, maybe starting to add in Ujjayi pranayama here. Take one last deep breath in, exhale, let it go. And then draw your arms up overhead, palms come to touch. Exhale, release, hands to heart center. Let the chin bow down as well. And take a moment and set an intention for your practice. Release the hands, and we'll slowly come to meet in our tabletop position, hands and knees. And we'll start to move our spine with cat and cow. So just move with your own breath. As you inhale, let the chest lift. Exhale, round up through the spine, pressing through the hands, tuck the chin. Inhale, belly softens. Exhale, belly button draws up towards the spine to round. Always moving at your own pace, following your breath. Good. Inhale, come back to a neutral spine. Exhale, let the hips sink back towards the heels. Walk the hands forward, melt the forehead down towards the mat. Extended child's pose. Using your exhale breath to soften you into the pose. Noticing where you can release a little bit more. Gradually draw the hands back behind you. Let the hands rest by the heels and let the shoulders soften down towards the mat. Continue taking deep breaths here. On an inhale, start to draw the hands forward, lift the head and the chest, make your way back into tabletop. And with an exhale, curl the toes under, finding down dog. And then just start to find small movements here, bending one knee at a time, pedaling out the feet, stretching into the hips and the backs of the legs. And then bring the weight even in the hands, press back, elongate the spine, sending the hips up and back, finding stillness in your downward facing dog pose. Soften into the knees, slowly start to walk yourself forward all the way to the top of the mat. And then gradually roll yourself up, one vertebrae at a time. Bringing the head up last, arms rise overhead, palms touch. Exhale, release, hands come to heart center. And then release the hands down, Find Tadasana. Take a few breaths here. Next inhale, breath, arms come up overhead. Exhale, release into your forward fold, softening the knees, bring the chest forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, fingertips to the shins. Exhale, plant the hands, step back with the right foot and soften the right knee down. Slowly draw the chest up and start to find some circles through the shoulders here, opening up through the front body. And then as you're ready, draw the arms up and overhead, finding low lunge, sinking into the hips, gazing forward or up towards the fingertips, gentle back bend. Slowly release the hands down to frame the foot. Step back into plank, lower the knees, and then bend through the elbows and lower yourself all the way to the belly. Inhale, find a baby cobra, lift the chest, lift the head, elbows pointing back. On an exhale breath, you'll slowly start to soften down towards the mat. Curl the toes under, inhale, come through tabletop, exhale, downward facing dog. Lengthen your spine. And then soften the knees. Step the right foot forward, left knee drops down. Slowly lift the chest, and again finding those shoulder circles back. Send the arms up overhead, reaching long through the fingertips. Lifting the heart center. Breathe into the hips. Slowly frame the front foot, curl the back foot under, step forward into your half lift. Exhale, soften into your fold. Bend the knees, press through the feet, sweep the arms, inhale, come up. Exhale, release, hands to heart center. Again, send the arms up overhead, inhale. Exhale, find your forward fold. Inhale, lift, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, left foot steps back, knee softens to the floor. Breathe in, send the arms up overhead. Hold for your exhale breath. And then frame the front foot, stepping back into plank. Lower the knees, bend through the elbows, lower to the belly. Inhale, you find your baby cobra. Maybe float the arms. Lower. Inhale, lift. Maybe the hands float. Exhale to release. Last one. Big breath in, lift. Exhale to soften. And then pressing up through tabletop. Exhale into your downward facing dog. Pressing through the hands, send the chest back. Soften the knees. Step the left foot forward. Lower that right knee. Inhale sends the arms up overhead, low lunge. Soften with your exhale. Frame the front foot. Step the back foot forward, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend, sweep, rise with your in-breath. Exhale, hands to heart. Right away, we're going to press the palms right back up overhead. Draw the hands down through center line to forward fold. Inhale, take a half lift. And then exhale, step back into plank. Hold here. Energize the arms, energize the belly. And then as you're ready, lower down through your version of chaturanga. Always feel free to lower the knees as you come down. Finding cobra, maybe a little bit bigger this time, or still finding that baby cobra. As you're ready, exhale, release back into your downward facing dog pose. And then maybe walk it out here. Pedal out the feet, bending the knees. Keep pressing evenly through both hands. And then soften, step right, step left, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. On an inhale, start to find chair pose, sinking the hips back and down, knees are bending, chest is lifting, arms are reaching. As you exhale, find a forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back into plank and lower all the way down. Finding your version of cobra. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. An inhale breath sends the right foot up. And start to point and flex through that foot. Give it a little stretch here. And then inhale, lift the foot a little higher. Exhale, draw that right foot forward. Back foot spins open. Inhale into your warrior one pose. Bending into the front knee. Arms reach, chest is open, squaring towards the front of the mat. Slowly frame the front foot. Stepping back into plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, find cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, left foot lifts. Find that stretch, point and flex. And then inhale, lift. Exhale, draw the knee in, step the left foot forward. Right foot spins open. Inhale, sends the arms up into warrior one. Keep lifting out of the low back. Sending energy into both feet. Slowly release the hands. Frame the front foot, step into plank. Exhale to lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Soften the knees. Big step with the left and the right foot to come into your half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, sweep the arms, come to a stand. Exhale, soften the hands to heart center. Take a few deep breaths, palms together at the heart. And then release the hands to the hips. Start to shift the weight into the left foot. Right foot comes up onto the ball of the foot, and then nestle the arch of that foot into the ankle. Or maybe you slide that right foot up onto the calf, finding your tree pose balance here. Rooting down into all four corners of that left foot. Hands can rest at heart center. Or you can let the arms extend and reach up overhead. Find your focal point, your drishti. Slowly release the hands. And then draw that right knee forward. Extend the leg, give it a stretch. Place the right foot down and bend into the knees a few times. And then switching sides, come up onto the ball of the left foot. Let that leg rotate out. And then nestle the foot into the ankle or up onto the calf. Hands come to heart center. Or again, you can always grow your branches, lifting the arms up overhead. Find a steady breath. Begin to release the arms. Let that left knee come forward. Stretch that leg out a couple times. And then place the left foot down, step to the top of your mat. We're going to take our stance wide here, so step out wide onto your mat. And then rotate just that right foot so the toes point towards the back edge of the mat. And then start to bend into that right knee, bringing the knee over the ankle. Extend the arms out, finding warrior two. Keep sending energy out through the fingertips. Check in with your alignment. Make little micro adjustments as needed. Soften the shoulders. As you're ready, flip the front palm. Inhale takes you into your reverse warrior. Opening up that right side body. Send some breath there. Slowly release to warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle, right forearm comes down, left arm reaches up and maybe overhead. Making one nice long line from the heel of the left foot all the way up through those left fingertips. Stay energized in that right arm. Keep radiating out from center. Engage the core as you inhale, lifting back up into warrior two. And then soften that leg, let the hands come to the hips. Extend just the right arm and start to pulse out, setting up for triangle pose here. So now we're squaring our chest forward. And then let that right hand come down. Left hand can stay on the hip or extend up. And you might like to gaze up towards that hand or just keep your head at neutral. Keep actively pressing into both feet. Lengthen through your side body. Inhale, bring yourself back up. Exhale, release. Turn the toes to face forward. Hands at the hips, hinge. Nice flat back. Maybe bring the hands to the thighs and press to lengthen the spine. Half forward fold here. Soften into the knees, press yourself up, and we'll go ahead and switch sides. So turn the left toes out, start to bend into that left knee. And then as you're ready, come into your warrior two on the left side, extending the arms, gazing out over those left fingertips. Flip the front palm, send that left arm up, reverse your warrior, right hand resting gently on the leg, breathing into the left side body. Slowly come back, warrior two, release, extended side angle. Come back to your breath here. Press into the feet, lift yourself back up to center. Soften that front leg, extend just the left arm, and again start to find that little pulse out over that left leg. As you're ready, hold, let that left arm start to come forward and down, resting just in front of that leg, or you can rest the hand gently on the leg. Right arm reaching or resting on the hip. Open up the chest. Inhale brings you back up to center. Soften the arms. Again, turning both toes to face forward, setting up for our forward fold. We hinge from the hips, keep a nice flat back. Holding here, or this time maybe letting the fingertips come all the way down, releasing the crown of the head to the floor. Maybe finding little movements, shaking the head yes, and nodding the head no, if you feel any tension in the neck. Start to lift up, place the right hand down, and then send the left arm up, finding a twist here, stacking the shoulders, opening up the chest. Slowly release the left hand. Place the left hand down in center. This time right arm reaches up, twisting, opening. Send deep breaths into the rib cage here. And then soften that right hand back down to center. Fold. Soften the knees, lift yourself all the way up, send the arms up, palms touch, exhale, hands to heart center. And from here, we're going to step ourselves back up to the top of our mat as we get ready to find another balancing posture. We're gonna bring ourselves back into chair pose. So sink the hips, weight into the heels. And then start to shift the weight into the left foot. See if you can bring the right foot to a hover. Really engage the belly here as you hover that foot. Draw your hands to heart center. And then see if you can slowly lift that right leg, crossing right knee over the left, setting up for eagle pose. The right toes can ground or hover off the mat. And then maybe find your eagle arms, open the arms wide, let the right arm come underneath the left. You can wrap the arms here or just bring the forearms into center. You could also keep the hands at heart center. Keep taking nice steady breaths. Open the arms, release the hands. Slowly lift that right leg, place the foot down. Again, bend into the knees, stretch it out. And we'll get ready for the other side. Arms up. Finding chair pose. Lift the chest. Shifting the weight into the right foot now. Find that hover with the left foot. And engage the belly. When you're ready, see if you can cross that left leg over. Foot grounds or hovers. Sink into the hips. Maybe find the eagle arms. Wrapping left arm under right this time. Breathing into that space in between the shoulder blades. Slowly open the arms, release. Lift that left knee, place it down, and then bend. Shake it out. We'll meet at the top of our mat. Inhale, breath, send the arms up overhead. Exhale, engage the belly as you forward fold. Inhale, long spine, lengthen and lift. Exhale, step back into plank and lower all the way down. Inhale into your cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take your time getting there. Pressing evenly into the hands. Lift the right leg as you're ready. Maybe open up the hip. Let the right heel drop over towards the left. And then send the right foot up again. Pull the knee in towards the chest. Step that right foot forward in between the hands. And as you're ready, lift the arms up, finding high lunge. We're still up on the ball of that left foot. Bending into the right knee. Maybe find a cactus arm here. Bending at the elbows, opening up the heart center even more. Keep energizing into that back leg. Reach the arms up. Frame the front foot. Step back into downward facing dog. Maybe lift up onto the balls of the feet a few times. Energize the core. Pressing the heels down. And then maybe roll into plank. Bend the knees. Roll back into downward facing dog. Send the left foot up high. Maybe open the hip. Let the heel drop over towards right side. Keep the shoulders square. Lift. Left knee comes in, stepping left foot forward. Inhale into your high lunge here. Sending energy up through the fingertips. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe find a cactus arm here again. The arms up, frame the front foot, stepping back into downward facing dog, bending the knees here, give yourself a stretch in down dog. Begin to roll forward into plank, but soften the knees, lower them all the way down to the mat, and then let the knees come wide, maybe sink the hips back, stretch the arms out, finding child's pose once again. This time maybe tensing up onto the fingertips, feeling a little different stretch in the arms. You could find a little sway side to side, massage the forehead. Let the hands soften, melt into the mat as you breathe. Slowly begin to rise. Walk the knees in, send the feet out to the side. We're going to roll ourselves all the way down onto our backs, nice and slow. Ground the shoulders, ground the back of the head. Walk the feet in, about hips distance apart, knees towards the sky. We're going to start to roll up into our bridge pose. So inhale, lift the hips, and exhale to lower. Inhale, press through the feet, lift the hips. Exhale, roll yourself back down. And then maybe do that one more time. The next time that you press up into bridge pose, maybe hold there. And you might like to roll the shoulders under. Maybe you can clasp the hands underneath the body. Keep actively pressing into the feet, sending breath into the belly. When you're ready to come out, release the arms, slowly roll down. And then hug the knees in towards the chest. Starting to find some circles here, massaging into the low back, moving the legs in opposite directions as you circle. And then send the left leg out long, hug just the right knee in, and then draw that right knee over to the left side, finding a supine twist here. Right arm can extend long from the shoulder, and maybe you send the gaze out towards that right hand. Left hand resting on the outside of that right knee. Breathe into the twist here. Slowly come back through center. Release. Hug both knees in. Finding that circle, maybe moving the knees in the other direction this time. And then straighten right leg long on the mat. Left knee is hugging in, and then guide that knee over to the right. Extend the left arm. Maybe send your gaze towards the left fingertips. Soften where you can. Draw that left knee back up to center, and then walk the feet back up onto the mat. We're going to roll ourselves all the way back up. Come into a seated position with the legs out long on the mat, finding Dandasana here. Lengthening up through the spine, sitting up nice and tall. And then start to hinge forward from the hips, but move into the pose gradually. So every time you inhale, lengthen your spine. And then as you exhale, maybe fold in a little bit deeper while still trying to keep a nice long spine. And see if you can keep the feet active. Keep finding those little movements with the breath, breathing into the backs of the legs. Next inhale, start to lift yourself back up. We're going to take the legs out wide here. Toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Flex the feet. And then once again, find those little movements with the breath. Find a long spine as you inhale, and then maybe start to walk the fingertips forward, hinging at the hips, coming into your wide leg forward fold here. And you may be able to bring the forearms down, or just stay up on the fingertips. Take slow, deep breaths. As you're ready, start to lift. Inhale. Exhale, walk yourself back up. Slowly guide the legs in, and then bring the soles of the feet together, finding Baddha Konasana. bound angle pose. Let the hips soften, spine nice and long. And then if you like to fold here, lead with the heart center, and then maybe use the elbows to gently guide the legs open. Slowly rise. Guide the knees back to center. And we'll slowly make our way back down onto our backs. So roll down one vertebrae at a time, all the way down. Rest the palms down by the sides. Hug the knees in and then send the feet up towards the sky, flexing the feet, and then just start to find little stretches through the ankles here. Maybe circling into the ankles. You could point and flex the feet. And then hold the feet flexed as if you're trying to stand on the ceiling. Low back is grounded. Allow a softness in the knees as needed here. Really starting to draw out the breath. Hug the knees back in towards the chest. Maybe bring the forehead up towards the knees. Squeeze the belly here. Hugging yourself into a little ball. And then slowly soften back down onto your mat. And begin to make your way into Savasana. Let the feet open out wide. Let the palms open towards the sky. And here I would suggest pausing the video so that you can take a nice long Savasana, maybe at least 5 minutes. Giving yourself that time to rest and rejuvenate, to reconnect with your breath. Allowing the body to surrender to gravity. When you're ready, you'll begin to draw your feet in. Stretch the arms up overhead and maybe roll over onto your side. Cradle the head and the arm for a moment. And then as you're ready, pressing yourself up into a seated position once again. Finding a nice tall spine. Let the hands be relaxed. Keep listening to the sound of your breath. And then bring the arms up overhead one more time. Draw the hands down to heart center. And thank yourself for your practice today. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful day.